and
It is Friday morning.
$310 in credit card sales yesterday.
Degrees.
So that's a $600 or $700.
Hey, it's great out there. Hello, Paul.
How's it going, Evan?
Great. Hey, part of the beauty was the full moon.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Oh yeah, it was nice and bright this morning.
I was walking into the bank and I saw the courthouse lit up over the coffee shop and the full moon, same shot.
Yes.
I needed a nice camera to take the picture.
I know. I almost pulled my phone out to grab one, but I'm like, my phone's not gonna pick that up.
And I love the feel and the smells and the sights of autumn in the mornings. You get the mist, you get harvest stuff going on, and also you get some cool pumpkin stuff going on. We're going to be talking to the Optimist Club about their pumpkin project here at the later on in the show.
Yeah, just turned in our payment for our decorations.
That's one of the neat things, the business decorations. They do a great job with that.
They do.
Delivery and destruction too, right?
Yes, we just hand them everything and they take care of it all, and it always looks fantastic.
That's right. Well, we'll enjoy talking. We're going to talk to Jim Straeter, Jack Townsend, and Greg Mellinger this morning about that project. Get a little insight on what goes into that and some of the successes they have, and if there's any future plans to continue growing or changing. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Hey, the 45th Annual Trail of Courage is happening this weekend, I understand.
It is. It is.
And if you've never been, it's pretty cool. It's the Living History Festival. And I think the time period is in the 1800s, if I'm correct on that.
I was trying to remember.
I know, I don't remember the exact span of years, but it's neat. It's neat. And that's going to be going on tomorrow, I understand, from 10 to 6, and Sunday 10 to 4. Admission is $8, and that's, of course, out there at the Fulton County Historical Museum. And also $3 for children 6 to 11. They are requiring a signed waiver from everyone attending, and I think that's what's allowing it to happen, which is good. Mm-hmm. www.fultoncountyhistory.com is the website. If you haven't been on that site to check it out, I'd recommend it. And neat event here in our community, and a great fundraiser for the museum as well.
Absolutely.
I understand President Trump and the First Lady tested positive for the coronavirus.
They
just
did.
Announced.
They're hunkering down in the White House, quarantining themselves there. Their closest aide tested positive, which led to them being tested. And
that's a tough situation.
Yeah.
So our best goes out to them. Trivia this morning is Optimist Club related. In what U.S. city was the first official Optimist Club formed? A, Indianapolis, Indiana. Wouldn't that be neat? I don't know the answer yet.
Trying to give it away there.
B, Buffalo, New York. Or C, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
All right. Think about that a little bit.
I will.
Tanner, we got any sports going on this morning?
Yeah, as he makes his way over here.
Yes. Sorry, I'm making it over late. I was fixing something with the recording device over there, so I think we're all good to go now. So, yeah, I got some sports to talk about, both locally and nationally. Of course, it's Friday, so got some Friday night football going on tonight around the area.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, exactly. The 0-4 Zebras, still looking for their first win of the season. They're traveling over to Wabash County tonight to face Northfield, who has a record of 3-3. I assume pregame 6:30 like always?
Yes, sir.
6:30 like always. So tune in to WROI tonight if you can't make it over there for the game. Maconaquah, who's got a record of 2-2, they travel to the Tippecanoe Valley tonight. He's got a record of 4-2. That should be a good one. West Central has a record of 1-5. They're at Winnemac, who has a record of 1-2. Caston got their second win of the year last week. They are 2-4. They travel to Culver, 1-5. And then we got some local pro football going on this weekend. No local college teams in action. This was Notre Dame's originally scheduled bye week. Last week they didn't play due to an outbreak of the coronavirus on their team, but this week was their original scheduled bye week, so 2 weeks off in a row for Notre Dame, but they'll be back in action next week when they host Florida State. Purdue and Indiana are still a couple weeks away from starting their season in late October, but Big Ten did start practicing with pads earlier this week. I think that was on Wednesday. So
one of IU's best defensive players tore his ACL.
I saw that. Yeah.
Marcelino Ball.
Yeah, it's a lot of good players going down with injuries already in college football and NFL.
It's probably hard with the start, stop, start kind of
Sure,
thing. For
staying
getting
in
ready.
condition and everything. So, but locally, this game will always draws a lot of interest. You got the Indianapolis Colts at the Chicago Bears on Sunday.
Ooh, Super Bowl
A
rematch.
little Super Bowl rematch from what Super Bowl was that? Was that Super Bowl 41, I believe? So you got the Colts with a 2-1 record, the Bears at 3-0, but the Colts are 3-point favorites.
Yeah,
Kind of surprising.
I think with their defense looking pretty elite, they haven't played anyone tough yet too much, but the Colts defense is looking pretty good, so I think
Yeah.
that probably where that line comes from.
And then the Bears are kind of winning ugly. If
Yes.
that's the thing. So,
Yeah,
but
that's
hey,
even being nice about it.
winning ugly is better than losing pretty. So,
Yeah, it is.
So that should be a fun one to watch. And then the MLB playoffs started this week. Two of the local teams are in it, or were in it, I should say. The Chicago White Sox are already out as the Oakland Athletics beat them 2-1.
I'm not a fan of the 3-game series. I don't know about you.
No,
It just
'cause
doesn't.
I feel like you got to run into instances where the better team doesn't always win.
Yeah.
Which I know that's playoffs,
Part of
but
sports too.
a
but
3-game series, it's kind of a coin toss. I mean,
Yeah.
somebody gets hot 2 games, they're moving on.
Baseball's just a different animal
Yeah.
from some of the other sports, isn't it?
So, yeah, definitely is. So game 2 of the Cubs-Marlins series is today. It was supposed to be yesterday, but it got rained out. So the Cubs find themselves down in a 1-0 hole. So we'll see.
It hurts when your best pitcher gets beat right off the bat.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Doesn't help. And the history, if somebody's looking to make a bet, they might want to bet on the Marlins. The Marlins have only made the playoffs twice in the history of their franchise, 1997 and 2003, and they won the World Series both times. So, probably won't be the case this year, but we'll see. I got a few tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1789, George Washington transmitted the proposed constitutional amendments, the U.S. Bill of Rights, to the states for ratification. We kind of talked about that last week a little bit, and then this week they were taking it to the next step. So maybe next week they'll even have another Bill of Rights fact on this
Stay
day.
tuned to Friday.
Fast forward
That's right.
many years later, on this day in 2001, the popular TV show Scrubs premiered on NBC.
I never saw that show.
You never saw that show?
No.
You should binge watch it sometimes.
Okay.
Pretty good. And on this day in 2005, the NFL held its first regular season game ever outside the U.S. The game was held in Mexico City and saw the Arizona Cardinals beat the San Francisco 49ers by a score of 31-14. Now they have about 3 or 4 games outside the U.S. every year. Of course, not this year due to travel restrictions.
Right.
Whether it's Mexico City or London, or I think that's the only 2 spots they play.
Okay,
right
here's
now.
a question for you. Would you rather play in Mexico City, you're not traveling maybe quite as far, or London?
I think London, because Mexico City you gotta deal with the altitude too.
That's true.
So,
That is a factor. That's a
Yeah.
good point too.
and today is World Smile Day. It's also Name Your Car Day. World Farm Animals
Sorry.
Day. That's okay. Kids Music Day, International Day of Nonviolence, and Custodial Worker Day.
Kids Music Day. You guys doing some Kids Bop today? Bob?
Sure, I'll try to find something.
That's good. Okay. Thank you, Tanner.
You're welcome.
And of course, let's see. Are we at the point where we're about to do the basketball golf outing?
Tomorrow morning,
Okay.
9 o'clock start.
Bring your. I guess we don't need long underwear for this one just yet, do we?
Yeah,
Just maybe
probably
your
not yet, but
jacket,
yeah, a jacket,
long pants.
maybe some pants, yeah.
So I'm gonna get woke up at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yes, you are. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be on one of the teams out there tomorrow. So
Good luck to you.
I talked to Abby Overmeyer last night, who's in charge of running it, and as of last night, they had 13 teams.
Good.
So
That's pretty
I'm
good.
hoping for a few more to come in at the last moment. So should be good. Should be good outing tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to sign up, you can still do that. Abby could help you with that actually still. 574-270-8678, or you can just show up and register, I believe, at 7:30 a.m.
Yep.
Tea time at 9. You get some breakfast along with it. $60 if you want to go out there and join a team, or $225 if you got a 4-person team. So good fundraiser for the whole Rochester basketball program.
Mm-hmm.
Also this weekend is the Scioto Eyes Race to Mars Half K Fun Run. That could draw a crowd.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
I think it will. It did
I
last
could
year.
do that.
Mhm.
That's tomorrow from 4 to 8:30, and this year it's at Uncorked. Includes a silent auction and some raffle items. You can bid on things and put your raffle ticket in. And then the fundraiser benefits the Scioto's Eyes projects and also the Taylor Quinn Mars Scholarship Fund for college art students. That's a good event. And you said this is the second year, Tanner, for that?
I believe it's second year, if not it's the third year.
Okay.
Maybe. I might have misspoke.
All right.
One or the other.
Riddle Elementary School is holding a Box Tops for Education fundraiser through October 15th. You can drop off box tops at the school or get them to Charlie Schwenk, who can be reached at 223-2280, extension 1207. Also, 4-H signups are this week. You can contact Kathy Chrisman to get more information about that at Chris101, that's CHRIS 101 at purdue.edu for more information. And the Rochester Kiwanis Club's 62nd annual turkey dinner is from 5 to 7 p.m. on November 2nd. And this year we're having it at the Fulton County Museum. It's going to be carry-out only this year. Tickets are $10. They can be purchased at the door if you'd like, or you can get them ahead of time from any Kiwanis Club member if you're interested. I've got some tickets. You can call me at 223-1737 if you need any, and we'll find a way to get you some tickets on that. So carry out only at the Fulton County Museum for the turkey dinner this year. Wanted to recognize my friend Arnie Snipes, who turned 90 on Monday. Congratulations, Arnie. You're doing great. Happy birthday to you. And also I wanted to give condolences to the Dave Fincher family. Dave passed away this week unexpectedly. Dave and Donna have impacted our community in many ways over many years, and he's going to be greatly missed. Money news this week. We ended the third quarter. Always a lot of chatter about how things are going to end up at quarter end. A lot of analysis. Public companies have to disclose their quarterly financial results. So always closely scrutinized this time of year. But the third quarter ended on a good note, 7.6% quarterly gain. That was the best two-quarter performance from the second quarter and third quarter since 2009 for the Dow. And so continuing a big stock market recovery from a March low point, which is great news. The Dow's up so far this week 454 points. It's still a little bit below 28,000, but it's up 1.7% this week. So those are all positives. The economy seems to be rebounding pretty well in the third quarter in many areas. Still some areas that aren't doing as well with some lockdowns around the country. So hopefully can keep this virus in check and continue to get people working and businesses open and back to full bore with the economy, hopefully coming soon. Also, a little bit of uncertainty that is still continuing to be affecting the markets is the uncertainty from stimulus, if Congress is going to pass any more stimulus or not. Been several rounds of proposals that haven't really gotten much traction together between all the parties, so it would probably be a big help if they were able to pass something. So that's what we're hoping for.
Waiting on the Senate now.
And thinking about First Federal, Tanner, you want to tell us a little bit about MoneyPass? It's a new offering we've got.
Yeah, absolutely. We launched that about a month ago now.
I think so.
About a month ago. MoneyPass is a network of about 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs, which means now if you have a First Federal debit card, there's certain ATMs you can use and not get charged for it.
That's great.
Around the whole state and country, I believe. So,
Awesome.
and if you're not sure, if you're thinking, well, if, for instance, we're working on our ATM or something, you need to use an ATM ASAP. You don't know which ATMs are on the network, you can go to moneypass.com, or MoneyPass has a free downloadable app you can download, and you can check which location's right there. So.
And the number one factor for choosing a bank remains convenience.
Yep.
Convenient branch locations and convenient ATM locations. So now you've got over 32,000 additional First Federal ATMs you can use, basically.
So no matter where you are, you're probably pretty close to one if you look on
Oh, yeah.
moneypass.com.
And easy to find.
Yep.
We also offer many different mortgage products. It's a very hot housing market right now, which means if a house goes on the market, it's getting offers right away. There's a lot of interest in homes right now. There's two sides to it. The prices are going up because the buyers are very interested, but also the interest rates are low because the economy needed some stimulus. So it kind of may balance out. It's still a great time to buy a home. We'd love to get you pre-qualified if you're looking to buy a home and you want to be prepared on the loan side to be able to confidently make an offer on that home and know exactly that it'll fit in terms of getting a loan approved. We can help you with that ahead of time, do a free pre-qualification for you. Please contact Ben Dalton or Stacy Wilson. They can help you with that, 223-2128. And it's a great service and can give you that confidence. We offer simply free checking accounts, and that includes business checking accounts too, Tanner, which we're really proud of. If you open an account today or refer a friend in who opens an account, you get a free crock pot. It's probably on the
Yeah, it's I think it's
size.
a 1.5 quart
That's great.
crock pot.
Great for your, now we'll call it home tailgating,
I like that.
dips for your
Yeah.
chips and things like that.
Some football parties, social
Yeah.
distance
Family parties.
Yeah, there we go.
So come in and get one of those today. We'd love to help you with the checking account. Terry Ward, Mindy Mars, Shelley Coles can help you with getting all your account questions and getting that set up for you in a convenient manner at our Rochester First Federal branch. We've got commercial lending offerings now with Lindy Breeden. We've been doing that now for 3 years. Just about finishing up our 3rd year. Lindy's got decades of experience in commercial lending at the community bank level. He understands your local business and would love to be helpful to you in that, 223-2128. Also, a key part of your full financial health is long-term planning. And Mark Blubaugh's worked with us at First Federal for 30-some years, helping our customers and our community members with their long-term investing and retirement planning. Does a great job. And he's been joined over the last couple of years with Brian Bell. Brian comes to us from the Plymouth area, and he's also great at helping with that long-term planning. And sometimes you got to look out a little bit further than next year in order to be able to save enough for retirement. It takes a little bit different look, and they're great at helping ask you questions to get to the right answers there. Please like us on our social media channels. Tanner does a great job keeping those updated with relevant information. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
That makes us legal.
Yeah, we can proceed now. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah. I always remembered that was Dick would ramble off the number and go, and now we're legal.
New requirements. Hey, we're excited to be joined by a nice troop of gentlemen here this morning. We've got Jim Straeter, Greg Mellinger, and Jack Townsend from our Rochester Optimist Club. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, thanks for coming in this morning.
Yeah, we're glad to be here.
This time of year, we drive down 9th Street and we notice a huge display, a fall display. It's great to look at for one, but then also if you pull in there, you can purchase a lot of items. And that's your pumpkin project. And this fundraiser has been going on for a while. We'd love to hear a little bit about that this morning. How did that get started?
Well, it was over 20 years ago that Dr. Fritz suggested that we should look at the fall decoration program, and we heard about pumpkins week after week after week, didn't we, Jack? Doc was really on a passionate terror there.
That's
and,
neat.
And we worked at it for 4 or 5 years, and maybe made $1,000 or $2,000. And one year, Glenn Bodie became president and said, "We're going to do this right, or we're going to get out of it." So we got serious about raising pumpkins, and it's been straight up ever since. So it's absolutely our major fundraiser. We do pancake breakfast, which we couldn't do this year. The fair food booth and so forth we couldn't do, but we decided to go ahead with the pumpkin project, and we're very glad that we did. We are definitely going to set another record this year.
Oh, congratulations. That's great to hear. You mentioned fall decorations, and it's easy to notice. You drive down Main Street, you see some of our local businesses. There's corn stalks, there's beautiful pumpkins. tell us a little bit about that project.
So that became part of our offering maybe 10 years ago now. But
Okay.
it afforded the opportunity for businesses and homes to buy the products at a discount because of the package deal.
Okay.
And we offer delivery, and if you requested pickup afterwards, we would have people show up with cars. They couldn't lift the bail, age or whatever restrictions. So we add that to it. It gives us an opportunity to serve a need in the community, spread some cheer out there, and of course it's part of our fundraising effort as well.
Well, you're talking about spreading cheer, doing things for others, and service. You guys have a long history of that as a club. Tell us just a little bit about the Optimist Club and what you set out to do. Jack, why don't you handle that one?
Well, our motto is friend of youth, and probably 90% of our contribution is to the youth of our community, whether it be
That's outstanding.
sports or one of our school groups going to a program out of state or in state or whatever. And it's just great to be part of that, being able to help our youth.
That's a neat cause and a neat mission. So this fundraiser in particular, the pumpkins, this is your biggest fundraiser. Tell us about some of the youth things maybe you guys have supported in the last couple of years, just to give us some frame of reference of where some of these funds go to.
Jim, you write all the checks, so.
We just finished the fiscal year, and it was $37,000 that we put
Wow.
out
Tremendous.
last year. That was boosted by the outreach facility here on Main Street, as well as some support for Blackadder improvements.
Okay.
And we will probably be looking at doing that again in the next fiscal year or two. But everything from soccer to the baseball, the youth baseball league, to the Camp We Can, United Ministries is an annual contribution. So those are the sort of things that we're happy to be able to contribute to help the folks in the community that need the help.
It sounds like that's hitting every area of our community. Great project. Now, you're not just purchasing pumpkins to resell at your 9th Street stand. So I want to hear a little bit about the process that goes into having all these things available for sale. I'm sure this doesn't just happen.
So I've been involved with the field production, and George Crom certainly has been instrumental. But a relatively new member is Greg Mellinger. Greg, you want to talk about the spring and the fertilizing stuff we did this year? You helped with?
Sure. I'm a baby in the Optimist Club compared to Jim and Jack, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to spend as much time as I could with the pumpkin operation. And it's fun to watch from the planting to the cultivation. This year we sprayed some foliar nutrient sprays. The first one was to help support the plants to set fruit, which would increase the yield, and the second spray was to help the plants fill that fruit, which I think helps the quality of the fruits. And how much that had to do with it, I don't know. There's always weather factors and other things that are done, but we had a great crop compared to the people that have a basis for comparison. A lot of work by a lot of good people, but it's at the same time it's a lot of fun.
How long does that pumpkin cycle for growing? When do you put the seed in the ground, Greg?
I believe is it mid-June?
So yeah, right at Memorial Day, we actually have two plantings. There's longer season varieties and shorter
that makes
season.
sense.
So it's 120 day and 90 days. So give you some idea.
Okay. Hey, we're speaking with Rochester Optimist Club members Jack Townsend, Jim Straeter, and Greg Mellinger this morning about their pumpkin project. Now, I've noticed something too, guys, that there's other organizations working alongside you with this project. Tell us a little bit about how that works.
Oh yeah, you've touched on a very sensitive and important part of the project. So by being the treasurer, I got a little insight there. So last year, I can tell you that we wrote checks for just over $9,000 to organizations from like the Rochester football team comes out and helps us pick the Special Olympics. Tippecanoe Valley Jag has been an annual club that's been out there. We've had some casting groups, so yeah, we get to touch a lot of groups that allow the students to earn the money as opposed to just asking for
That's
a
right.
handout. And the kids enjoy it. Most of them haven't been out in the field doing any kind of field work before, and like, wow, this is actually kind of fun. And
That's
and
cool.
Of course, pumpkins are fun any which way, but so yeah, that's a huge part of the program. We want to teach kids responsibility and give them the opportunity to contribute to the community while they're earning funds for what their club is all about.
That's a neat aspect. I love that. All right, now you're talking about a great crop this year. You've had some great sales already this year.
Yes.
There's a lot of pumpkins left for sale.
Yes.
Can this thing continue growing, guys, in the future? Or you got some other plans to add on to it? Because I know you guys never stop thinking about greater impact and what else you can be doing.
So now, do you know what the name of our club is?
Optimism.
What do you think?
That's why I'm asking. I'm really interested in this.
Well, certainly, yeah. So we're going to expand this. So I'd like to talk a little bit about a new event that is our first rodeo. We're going to do a pumpkin chunking contest.
Pumpkin chunking. What is that? Let's make stew or something? What is it?
They say, well, I'll believe that when pigs fly. Well, you're going to see pumpkins flying. So Saturday, October 10th at 1:30, out at the pumpkin patch just east of Save-A-Lot. Another club member, relatively new like Greg is Mike Denny. Mike and I built a prototype, and Caston, Rochester, and Valley groups have come to see it and are building their own machines. And we're going to be having 3 heats, 85 feet, 100 feet, and 115 feet. The score is going to be on accuracy. We'll put a little intrigue in there. We're going to have a white pumpkin that's going to be the wild card, so you get a double score for throwing that thing wherever you hit on the target.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah, we wanted to, there's a lot of physics involved. If you know anything about physics, if you want to throw an object, these are counterweight machines, so you have a counterweight to provide the storage of energy. But I can tell you that there's a skill in how you place the pumpkin in the sling, so it's not all physics, okay?
Okay, there's a little art to it, sounds like.
You got it. So,
That's
so if
great.
you want to come out and see what happens, we're going to learn as much as anybody out there. So, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and of course we want the competitive thing to be an incentive for the students to do well. But we also want to teach teamwork, where kids that can do the math can work with kids who can weld and build wood foundations, build machines.
Right.
So that's the intent of the whole project. So yeah, as far as growing the pumpkin project, that's a new factor.
Love that.
We're also going to continue with our U-Pick, the free U-Pick. It's going to be, help me out here guys, the 24th of the Saturday.
Yes.
The Halloween's on a Saturday this year, so it'll be the Saturday before that. So we offer any student 10 years of age or younger from a county school, anything they can carry, they can have.
That's neat.
So yeah, we've had 150 plus every year. Kids come out and help themselves. They enjoy
Raid the field. That's cool.
Yeah, and we may as well clean it up. So maybe some kids that wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity. That's what we're doing.
Well, we just want to say thank you to you gentlemen and the rest of the club, everybody that puts in all the effort to make this pumpkin project possible. Very visible. From what you've explained, lots of great experiences for youth and adults, and making a big impact here in Fulton County. Thanks a lot, gentlemen.
And we would be remiss if we didn't mention Teresa Hauser and Vicki Onstad, who managed the display, the Ninth Street project marketing.
That looks fantastic.
They got a lot of help. Robin Burkett, I know, is one who is influential there. So, it's a big team effort. So we'll keep this thing going.
Thanks for leading by example, guys, and I appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, we've got our trivia question about the Optimist Club too.
Yeah.
In what U.S. city was the first official Optimist Club formed? A, Indianapolis, B, Buffalo, New York, or C, Atlanta, Georgia?
Well, I quickly eliminated A based off of your statement.
Sorry, Tanner.
That's okay.
It's all his fault.
Now
that
it's
got this week.
50-50.
That's okay.
I'm gonna go with B.
Buffalo, New York is correct. Maybe that means it's the most optimistic city in the U.S., Jack. I don't know.
Might have been at one time.
Maybe at once. In the summer. Hey, we're going to end with some words of wisdom this morning from Winston Churchill,
Ah,
famous British statesman and leader.
yes.
He said, "I am an optimist. It does not seem too much use being anything else.
Very good words of wisdom.
It is. Thanks a lot, Paul.
Thank you.
Great being with all of you this morning. Have a great weekend.
Look forward to being with you again next week.
Let's do it.